War? What war? More like a doggone disagreement. You think you had a bad day? Imagine being Bulgaria in 1925. Yeah, not ringing a bell, is it? Well, picture this. A minor border dispute escalates into, wait for it, the War of the Stray Dog. I swear, I'm not making this up. History, you wacky prankster. Turns out, wars aren't always about, important stuff. Sometimes, it's about something as simple as a dog crossing a border. It's like something out of a Looney Tunes cartoon, but with real-life consequences, and treaties, and the League of Nations. This wasn't some highly trained military dog, mind you. We're talking about your average, everyday stray with a nose for trouble, and apparently a penchant for international travel. Buckle up, kids, because this is one wild ride. Our story begins, as many good, or in this case, absurd, stories do, with a dog. This particular canine companion belonged to a Greek soldier, stationed near the Greek-Bulgarian border. Now, this soldier probably thought he was in for a normal day of, soldiering. Little did he know his dog had other plans. Greek soldier, maybe the dog saw a squirrel, maybe it smelled something interesting, or maybe, just maybe, it was tired of the geopolitical status quo. Whatever the reason, this adventurous pup decided to make a run for it, right across the border and into Bulgarian territory. Now, I'm no dog whisperer, but I'm guessing the dog wasn't too concerned with the finer points of international relations. Our Greek soldier, however, was a bit more concerned. He chased after his furry friend, probably yelling something along the lines of, "Bad dog," in Greek, which, let's be honest, the dog probably didn't understand anyway. Now, you'd think a simple case of dog crosses border, owner follows wouldn't cause an international incident. You'd be wrong. See, tensions between Greece and Bulgaria were already a bit, shall we say, strained. So when Bulgarian border guards witnessed this unauthorized canine crossing and the subsequent pursuit by the Greek soldier, they did what any rational person on edge would do. They panicked. Bulgarian soldier shots were fired. Thankfully, nobody, dog included, was hurt. But this minor skirmish, sparked by a runaway dog and a worried owner, was all it took to ignite the powder keg. Greece, perhaps feeling a little overprotective of its soldier, and let's face it, probably a little embarrassed by the whole thing, decided to flex its military muscle. They issued an ultimatum, occupied a small Bulgarian territory, and things escalated quickly. Section 4. The League of Nations to the rescue, sort of. Enter the League of Nations, stage left. Formed after World War I to prevent, more world wars, the League was basically the United Nations before the United Nations was cool. Their job description? Keeping the peace and making sure everyone played nice. So naturally, they were thrilled, read horrified, when news of this canine-induced conflict reached their ears.
The League, in its infinite wisdom, decided to intervene before things got even more out of hand. They condemned the Greek occupation, demanded a withdrawal, and ordered an investigation. And while I'm sure the diplomats involved approached the situation with the utmost seriousness, you have to admit the whole thing sounds like the plot of a Monty Python sketch.
Section 5. Bulgaria in the doghouse. After much deliberation and probably a healthy dose of eye-rolling, the League of Nations reached a verdict. Greece, despite its somewhat understandable, if over-the-top reaction to the dog incident, was ordered to pay reparations to Bulgaria for the inconvenience of, almost starting a war over a stray.
Bulgaria, on the other hand, got off relatively scot-free. Sure, they had to endure a brief occupation and the indignity of having their country used as a dog park by a rogue canine. But hey, at least they got some compensation out of it.
Section 6. Lessons learned? Probably not. So what did we learn from the War of the Stray Dog? Well, for starters, never underestimate the chaos a stray dog can unleash. Also, maybe don't leave international relations in the paws of unpredictable canines. And most importantly, sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction. The War of the Stray Dog may be a footnote in the annals of history, a bizarre blip on the radar of international relations, but it's a hilarious reminder that even the most serious of situations can have the most ridiculous of origins. And hey, at least nobody lost their tail over it.